Jason Swain, touchdown.
It's time for the Swain Event with your host, Jason Swain.
My man.
Real sports talk for the real sports fan.
All you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him.
It's time for the Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue.
Get into his mouth and a Ric Flair.
Swain Event, SwainEvent.com, fueled by Dead End Barbecue, top 100 barbecue restaurant in America. My man Ben McKee, Go Vols 247. Oh man, Ben. What's up, Ben? What's up, Ben? You got your orange trousers on? Did you wear your orange pajamas last night?
I did not. I figured you were, so I was gonna let you handle.
It's all orange everything, man.
Good jujus.
Tennessee baseball national champion, men's team number 1, Lady Vols team undefeated, ranked for the first time this year. Hey man, good reason to be wearing orange trousers this morning.
It is. Mine are not clean. I did not wash mine, so I was gonna let you handle the orange trousers, and I don't know that they would let me in Madison Square Garden tonight if I showed up in orange trousers as well.
They let you in Madison Square Garden, period.
Yes, they have before, because I am a professional. You see.
Learn something new every day, my friend. Hey man, what's Tennessee basketball going to do tonight?
The
What's
same
gonna happen
thing they
tonight?
did to Syracuse.
It's gonna be a beatdown, huh?
It should be. We will see. It actually has very similar vibes to that Syracuse game. Miami not playing very good basketball here to start the season. They have had a couple of close losses, but they're on a 6-game losing streak. Tennessee is 16.5-point favorites, I believe, tonight. They were 19-point favorites over Syracuse, but it is Madison Square Garden. Maybe that gets Miami going a little bit. We'll see how Tennessee handles this stage. I expect Zakai and Jamai to show up, but what about Igor Milicic and Chaz Lanier? I'd have to go back and check their schedules from their previous schools, but don't know that they were playing many games at Madison Square Garden themselves. So we'll see how those guys handle the stage. And if you'll remember, the basketball is always up for debate. The basketball that they use is always up for debate in these type of games. And I don't know the exact name of the basketball off the top of my head, forgive me, but they are using that. The one that they typically do not use, they are going to use tonight.
Oh, great.
Different arena, different basketball. The stage maybe gets Miami going, and they've played some close games, which their record would maybe not indicate. But it should be a beatdown. It should. Tennessee is 16.5, nearly 20-point favorites over an ACC school again for a reason. The number 1 team playing inside of the Mecca. It should be exactly what that sounds like.
The number 1 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers. Man, that sounds good.
It does sound cool, and I think maybe it's just me, but I think it's really cool that this lined up to where they are playing in Madison Square Garden in their first game, being ranked number 1 again. I mean that is a pretty cool sentence right there. That
is pretty cool.
Tonight, Madison Square Garden is featuring 2 college basketball games. Jonas Adu will be in the building to play after Tennessee tonight with John Calipari and Arkansas. But I think that's a pretty cool sentence.
Is he actually going to play?
I guess. I don't know. I don't
know
cover
he's been
him.
hurt.
He has been hurt. I think he's been his minutes have been increasing game to game, if I'm not mistaken. But uh, if I'm Arkansas, I'm hoping he's playing, given SEC play starts in less than a month. But no, that's cool to me. Tennessee Volunteers, #1 team in America, and they get to play in Madison Square Garden tonight. That's a pretty cool sentence.
All right. So today, the telephone number is 865-255-03. When you call in, let us know where you're calling from. Let us know who you are. We appreciate the pleasantries, but we don't need a ton of it. Okay? It's not that trying to be mean and not in the holiday spirit. It's just that we don't have a lot of time for everybody to be asking each other how you doing. It cuts into the time we have today. So Ben's good. He's in New York City. I'm good. And I hope everyone's good. So when you call in, just let's get to it. So that way we can get as many people in here as possible. And we can keep the thing flowing and going. And it's good radio. Tennessee football. And we'll bounce back and forth, Ben, because Tennessee, it's like, who deserves the conversation? Well, both. I mean,
Yes, both do, but Tennessee football is about to play in its first ever college football playoff game. I mean, playing inside of Madison Square Garden as the #1 team in the country, that is very, very cool. It's just as cool to play in a college football playoff game inside of the Horseshoe. Like, this is an unprecedented time for Tennessee football, Tennessee athletics. And I know that Tennessee fans would obviously prefer for it to be inside of Neyland Stadium. I cannot wait for the day that Neyland Stadium does host a home playoff game. But there's a lot of excitement, I think, and a lot of really cool things that are going to go into playing a road playoff game inside of the Horseshoe. I mean, that is really cool right there. So Tennessee basketball deserves a ton of talk, as I always say and have been saying the last couple of weeks. But the football team's about to be playing in the playoffs for the first time ever, in the 12-team formats, first time ever in the Horseshoe. Like, it's hard to get much better than that.
Yeah, I mean, the pink elephant in the room, Ben, is it's a road night game. And so you look at how this team has played throughout the season. You looked at other seasons. You look at Ohio State and how they allowed Michigan to come up in there several times in the last couple of years and win. And so if you're a Tennessee fan, you see that, you're like, yo, we may not be great on the road at night, but look what other teams have been able to do that possess some of the same qualities that Tennessee possesses. Like, Michigan is a tough-nosed, physical football team. They don't need to throw the ball a bunch of times. So you look at Tennessee, you go, all right, well, Tennessee's defensive line has been stout all year long. We have been deep all year long. You look at Ohio State's offensive line, and they're missing 2 starters, one at center. He's up for the Remington Award, which is the nation's top center. He's a finalist along with Cooper Mays. And so he's out. The starting left tackle is out. And their quarterback is already has been struggling. Now, we saw Carson Beck struggle for a lot of the season, then turn it on against us. But, hey, I'm just telling you the facts here, what's going on. Our running game is really good. So there's a lot of things in our favor. We just got to be able to go on the road, weather the storm whenever that storm comes, whenever they make plays, be able to recover. Al Wilson told me last Thursday, yo, winning away games, you got to win the turnover margin. And so you got to protect the football, and you have to force turnovers. And Will